entertainmentbuddha.com.
Hey now gamers, Matt Haywood here to review the final episode of Telltale's latest foray into the Walking Dead franchise via the A New Frontier storyline, which is titled From the Gallows. Spoilers may be present from past episodes, but the major plot points from the finale will not be spoiled in this review. And ready go. From the Gallows, like the previous 4 episodes, opens with a flashback to flesh out the rocky relationship between Javi and his angry big bro David. Like the other flashbacks, it serves as a history lesson on the less than brotherly relationship Javi and David have, as well as little plot moments that foreshadow events to come in the current episode. Once the flashback rolls, you're right into the action, or should I say the shit show you left behind at the end of episode 4. There really isn't much time to dilly-dally as you're thrust right into the thick of things and get right to Telltale's patented QTE gameplay system for its narrative-heavy games. I did like getting involved in action-heavy sequences early on because it kept me engaged with the plot and stepped up the peril meter for Javi and his crew. After the dust settles, you are presented with a few major plot decisions that can affect how your experience in this episode plays out. Let's just say that the first major decision will play on your morals, as you must decide the future direction of Javi and his group. The decision is pretty black and white, but making the choice isn't easy as it can severely impact those around you, as well as the Richmond settlement that has become a walker circus thanks to the end of episode 4. Regardless of the decision you make, you set off with the gang, at least those you've kept alive, and try to right a few wrongs with David as well as Richmond itself. The meat of the narrative, though, swings back to Javi and David, and how their relationship in the past has impacted the future. These two are at odds over a plethora of reasons, and most of your final game-changing decisions revolve around how you see the bond between these brothers. If you have found David to be a dick, things can get easy in the decision department. But if you're trying to play a saintly Javi and save David from himself, your choices can get a bit muddier. Either way, you'll be forced to make a major decision like the other Clementine starring Telltale series, which will definitely lead to the deaths of a few of the main characters. While the choices in this episode were dire, I never really felt any anxiety in making them, or a feeling of loss or joy. Something just didn't resonate with me in a narrative sense, so while the episode can fork in so many ways in terms of its plot, I never felt stressed about making a decision that would more than likely kill a main character. Maybe the results seemed just too obvious to me, but I was hoping to feel a bit more emotional towards the characters and where I was driving them, but that just wasn't the case. From the Gallows just felt like a weak finale overall, but it at least concludes in a way where we know more of the Walking Dead action will be coming from Telltale. That's a good thing, because while A New Frontier missed a few beats here and there, it still is a fine entry in the Walking Dead lore and a fun story-driven video game experience to live through. I would have just appreciated my emotions being tugged on a bit more, but thanks to how some of the new characters just never felt like a sacred cow like Clem, I could have cared less what happened to them. Hell, I felt like most got what they deserved based on how they acted anyways, so I didn't feel any emotional pain at all, which was disappointing. You should still play the episode if you've invested into the previous 4, because From the Gallows is still a 75 out of 100 type of gaming experience. It just never reaches you on an emotional level like Telltale games have done in the past, so its final felt a bit too blah. Thanks for watching. Matt Haywood here, signing off for entertainmentbuddha.com, where we make you a better geek one post at a time.